The derelict ship had been drifting at the edge of the Zorath Nebula for decades, a rusted skeleton of a vessel that no alien civilization dared to approach. Legends whispered across the galaxy about the Dragon of Zorath, a being so fearsome that even the most battle-hardened fleets avoided the nebula entirely. Coraline had never heard of these stories. At 14, she was too busy fixing broken electronics in her father's tiny scrapyard on the outskirts of the human colony of Luma 3. She found the ship purely by accident. A stray navigation signal, weak but persistent, had blinked on her portable scanner. Most teenagers her age would have ignored it, but Coraline had a curiosity that often bordered on recklessness. With her friend Arlo trailing behind, she climbed aboard, the metal groaning beneath her boots. Inside, the ship was a tomb of alien technology. Strange panels lit up in soft pulses when Coraline touched them, as though recognizing her presence. Wires hung like vines, sparks occasionally leaping across broken circuits. Most humans would have run, but Coraline saw only a puzzle begging to be solved. Arlo shook his head, his hands shoved deep into the pockets of his worn jacket. "I don't think we should be here," he said, his voice echoing unnervingly across the empty corridors. "It looks alive." "Alive or not, it's broken," Coraline replied, her eyes scanning a control panel that had clearly been damaged by something massive. "And I can fix it." Hours turned into days. Coraline scavenged parts from the nearby scrapyard, soldered circuits with meticulous care, and deciphered alien glyphs that would have made most adults dizzy. Arlo watched in awe as she worked, never quite able to believe a 14-year-old human could understand technology so advanced that even the colony's engineers called it incomprehensible. Then, as Coraline connected the final wire and tapped the central console, the ship shuddered. Lights blazed along the hull, and an enormous screen flickered to life. Coraline and Arlo were thrown back as a deep, resonant hum filled the room. A form appeared on the main display, a massive, serpentine creature with scales that shimmered like molten metal. Its eyes glowed with an intelligence that made Coraline's heart skip a beat. "You restored me," the creature said, its voice deep and vibrating through the hull. Coraline blinked. It wasn't speaking in any language she recognized, yet somehow she understood every word. I just fixed your ship," she stammered. Arlo's jaw dropped. "Yes," the creature rumbled. "Humans rarely touch my vessels. Your species is reckless, fragile, and yet you possess what none of the others do, persistence and ingenuity. You have saved me." Coraline's mind raced. She had fixed the ship for fun, for challenge, never imagining that the alien craft housed a living being, let alone one called the Dragon of Zorath. Arlo finally found his voice. "You mean the legends? The warnings?" The dragon inclined its massive head. "Most fear me. They call me a destroyer, a warbringer. Yet it was not war I sought, but solitude. Your repair did more than restore a vessel, it preserved a life. And for that, I owe you protection." Coraline's stomach fluttered. "Protection? From what?" "From those who hunt," the dragon said. "From fleets that believe dragons are to be conquered, controlled, or destroyed. You have unknowingly aligned yourself with a force they cannot comprehend." Over the next few days, the dragon taught Coraline and Arlo about the ship, which was far more than a vessel. It was a mobile fortress capable of traversing time-space anomalies. It revealed hidden compartments filled with alien artifacts, knowledge that spanned centuries, and weapons so sophisticated that Arlo's mouth hung open in disbelief. Despite its intimidating presence, the dragon was patient with Coraline. It marveled at how humans could solve complex problems with improvisation rather than rigid logic. Where alien engineers relied on extensive simulations, Coraline simply experimented, adapted, and succeeded. Your kind is unpredictable, the dragon said one day. Unpredictability is your strength. You think in ways that defy structure. You act when others hesitate. That is why humans survive where others fail. Coraline smiled a bit shyly. I just try to fix things. Arlo nudged her. You just saved a freaking dragon. The dragon's laughter, an echo that vibrated through the ship, shook the corridors. Indeed. And in doing so, you have altered the course of countless events. Others may wage wars, declare dominions, or pursue conquest, but humans, you endure, you thrive. The galaxy outside had been a harsh place for humans. Colonies struggled to survive, often ridiculed or dismissed by advanced alien civilizations. Yet here, aboard a ship abandoned and feared by all, Coraline and Arlo realized something extraordinary. Humans were capable of feats that others could neither predict nor prevent. Weeks passed. Coraline repaired every damaged system with astonishing speed, while Arlo learned navigation, stealth, and survival under the tutelage of a creature that had witnessed millennia. Slowly, they became a team, a human pair whose ingenuity complemented a being of immense power. Then came the day when the first hunters arrived. Alien warships, sleek and terrifying, emerged from a rift in space. Their weapons glimmered with deadly energy, their sensors scanning for the Dragon of Zorath. Coraline's heart raced, but she felt no fear. She had repaired this ship. She understood it in ways no one else could. "Stay calm," the dragon rumbled. "Let them approach." Coraline and Arlo prepared the ship's defenses, but it was not the weapons that mattered. It was the humans' instinct, their improvisation. Coraline rerouted power through unexpected channels, creating electromagnetic pulses that confused the hunters' systems. Arlo launched decoy drones, their flight patterns improvised on the fly. The alien attackers faltered, unable to predict human ingenuity. In the end, the hunters retreated, their plans foiled not by brute strength, but by the relentless creativity of two humans, and the dragon they had unknowingly saved. As silence returned, the dragon regarded Coraline with what could only be described as awe. You have reminded me why humans endure, not because of weapons, not because of strategy, but because of the spirit within you, a spirit that refuses to yield, that transforms even the impossible into the attainable. Coraline and Arlo exchanged glances, proud but humble. The galaxy might call humans weak, fragile, or reckless. But aboard a derelict ship at the edge of the nebula, they knew the truth. Humanity's strength was in its heart, its ingenuity, and its unyielding will to survive. And the dragon? It would never forget that the smallest human, a 14-year-old girl who simply wanted to fix something broken, had restored a legend, and in doing so, saved the universe in ways no one could have imagined.